Cooperland, New Mexico, and Stillwater, Oklahoma played host to round 3 of the 2007 WPSA ATV Tour. Watching over the racers at Cooperland was the Medevac Life Team. With the single airlift costing up to $12,000, they offer affordable prepaid policies similar to insurance, which would cover your air transport costs should you ever become critically injured and need transport to the hospital. Racers who opted to stay home due to the torrential downpour just days before the event missed out as the WPSA and Cooperland track crew worked diligently to provide a beautifully groomed race course. Pro Stock Quad Train was the first class that opened up the pro program on Sunday afternoon. On the line, we caught up with one of Can-Am's newest members, GNCC racer Chris Bithell.
Chris, what the hell are you doing here?
Going out to have some fun. That's about it.
Your first one?
What's that?
This your first one?
This is my first WPSA ever, and definitely the first time ever racing a 4x4.
How did it happen?
Just got hooked up with the company, and they're really great people. And the whole Warrant Racing really helped me out getting started with them, and man, it's just been great. So here I am racing this thing.
Also new to Can-Am this weekend is another GNCC pro, the one that's been putting on whooping on Bill Balance lately, Chris Borich.
This is first time on the Can-Am?
I got one at home I've been playing around on. Can-Am came to help me in Warrant Racing, so it's working out pretty good. Just out having a good old time.
Did you break one yet?
I broke a rear axle in the first heat, and
have they ever seen anyone as hard on equipment as you?
I don't think so. It seems like I'm trying to ride it like a sport bike, but it can't be done like that, so I'm trying to take it easy here.
What's the future? Are you going to run all these? You don't know yet?
I'm going to try to make as many as I can and just go out and have some fun and see how it is.
Have you rode the new DS450 yet?
No, I didn't. From what I heard, it's pretty sweet, and looking forward to checking one out.
Have they approached you on a DS450 ride yet?
It's up in the air right now, so we'll see how everything works out.
When they raced into the first turn for Pro Stock Quad Train, it was Chris Borich and Chris Bithell putting a Can-Am sandwich on Arctic Cat's Rory Beckman. On a brand new machine in a different discipline of racing, it was still no surprise to see a rider of Chris Borich's caliber take control early. But it looked as though Borich's lead would be short-lived as Beckman slides by, taking over the number 1 position. Taking advantage of his Can-Am's power in wide-open spaces, Chris Borich managed to retake the lead, followed by Beckman in second, Josh West now running in third, and Chris Bithell in fourth. Running in second place, Rory Beckman wasn't done challenging for the lead yet as he runs Chris Borich into the bales. As the race progressed, the leaders managed to stretch out a small lead over West and Bithell running in third and fourth. Chris Bithell eventually worked his way around Josh West and began to challenge Rory Beckman for second until he became hung up in this uphill rock section. After recovering from his ejection, Bithell eventually finished 10th. After holding the lead for almost the entire race, when the checkered flag came out, it was Can-Am's Chris Borich who took the win for round 3 in Pro Stock Quad Terrain. On your ATV Scene results page, here are your top 10 for round 3 of Pro Stock Quad Terrain. Chris Borich, followed by Rory Beckman, Josh West, Jesse West, Daryl Rath, Kyle Feeblecorn, Scott Kilby, Brady Foster, Keith Henshaw, and Chris Bithell rounding out the top 10.
Chris, your first came off the line. Your first question was, "Where's Chris Bithell?" Explain that. There's a friendship there, pretty deep?
Yeah, we're real good friends, and we trained a lot over the winter break, and just we travel together, and it's going to be a good time. I think he's going to do the rest of the series with me, so we'll travel together and have a good time, and it's a real good friendship here.
I take it you helped him get this Can-Am ride, or what's the deal with it?
I put a word in and told him that he was a real good rider, and he came to me and asked me if I could mention a word, and I said something to Warrant Racing there in Can-Am, and I'm glad they took him under, and hopefully he can do the rest of the season here, and I think it's going to turn out really well.
Explain your race from the start. Did you get a good start? Is that what won for you, I think?
It's hard to say. I grabbed the whole shot, and the first corner was just a madhouse, so I knew if I'd hit them blocks, they'd try to disqualify me, so I took it easy trying to get in there, and just went there, and I know Arctic Cat was right on me there and banging me around a little bit, but I wasn't giving up, and I think they were a little faster in the real technical sections than I was, like the rocks and the logs. They were doubling out of them, and I just didn't feel comfortable doubling out, and everything went well, and had a good race going, and came out here and won. So it was good all around. I mean, can't thank Can-Am and Warrant Racing enough for letting me have the opportunity to come out here and have some fun. So.
It's a heavy quad, really heavy. Is that like worry you a little bit? Man,
yeah,
I go down, this thing's heavy. Is you back off, or you just?
I'm just on it, but it's that's what happened in the first heat. I broke a rear axle on it. Tried to smooth it down a little bit and just take it easy on the bike, but. I mean, everybody was telling me you shouldn't be doing this, you got the GNCC, but I knew if I come out here and just ride smooth and don't go crazy, I'd be all right. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season doing this, and I can't wait to get back in the GNCC and take over there again.
William Oakley came and did it and missed a couple rounds and almost won the championship anyway. Do you think you got a chance to win this championship, or are you going for that?
I'm not really looking for it. I mean, if it's there, possibly, but just got here to have some fun and win these guys some races, and that's what came here to do.
Wow, the start went horrible. It was just terrible, and I just put my head down and started charging, and I made some mistakes. When I caught up to my brother there, I wanted to beat him so bad, and I tried, and I got a little loose up there in the top rock section. I tried. That's the only place I could make ground on him, so I just figured I'd out bonsai him in the rocks, and took a few wrong bounces, got out of kilter, lost some ground, made it back up. It was just give and take there the last few laps, but it was intense.
Is it a fine line between crashing and doing well? Because I seen your charge through there pretty darn good. I think you were doubling some of those telephone poles and stuff. I don't think too many people were doing that.
Oh yeah, you got to. I mean, these guys are so fast, and if you want to win, you got to go. I mean, that's racing. You got to hang it out, and more so at these things than anything I've ever raced, because they're like driving a small car. And
when you do crash on a utility, what's the tip? I know you need to get the hell away, right?
Number one, hit the E button. If you know you're going down, and usually if you got some experience, get away from the machine, because 9 times out of 10, thanks to this gear we wear, we're going to be okay. But we just get away from the machine, try to use the machine's momentum to pitch you far and away and tuck and roll, and hopefully you come out good. But try to stay on it. That's my policy. Well,
looking to win this thing? Is there a shot?
Definitely. I'm coming into the weekend 3 points behind second place. Last race, we got kind of crapped on. We got a big water hole, and they didn't allow snorkels, and some of our competitors threw snorkels on, and we stuck by the rules, and it hurt us in the points. But I come back this weekend wanting to regain the points, and I would have probably got it if I would have did well in the final. But right now I'm no less than third, and definitely in the game. I'm within a few points, and I'm consistent. I'm going to take it. Plan to. I'm only getting better. So
these short starts are probably good for you guys. Seems like the Can-Ams don't get away. Is that what happened today, I think? Or they still got away a little bit, didn't they?
Well, we're constantly improving. We've added some features to our bikes, a Black Magic exhaust system, little clutch work, our ITP tires. We're getting better setups on those. They're getting us through the stuff, and we're actually making these bikes go a little faster. Definitely, we got more grunt on the bottom. They got horsepower up top, but it's pretty even playing field. I like this start a lot. If it wouldn't have happened like it did, I think I would have come out real well on it. But
last thing, what's the team name? Is it Team Arctic Cat or Star? What is it?
West Racing. Our team, me, my father, and my brother, my girlfriend, and some friends, mainly me, my dad, and my brother. We started this thing about 4.5 years ago. When me and my brother got out of high school, we were desiring to be professional racers. My dad's fully supported us. We started our own team, went after the snowcross. We worked our way up till this year. I hope to go full pro in snowcross, and got a chance to run these ATVs, and we want to race year round and do that for a living. So that's what our team's doing. We're our family-run team, and we're just trying to get better every weekend and grow our operation.
Thank you, Jesse, and congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.